Los Pepes, a name derived from the Spanish phrase, Perseguidos por Pablo Escobar. People persecuted by Pablo Escobar was a short-lived vigilante group composed of enemies of drug lord Pablo Escobar. They waged a small-scale war against Escobar's Medellin cartel in the early 1990s, which ended in 1993 with Escobar's death and fracturing of the Medellin cartel. The two main leaders of Los Pepes were Don Berna and Fidel Castano, both former employees of Escobar. While the name suggested that all, or most, members of Los Pepes were previously persecuted by Escobar, most likely only a handful of the group's members had suffered at the hands of the notorious drug kingpin. Many members were allegedly rival drug traffickers. Los Pepes were allegedly funded by the rival Cali cartel, the Castano brothers, as well as other unknown persons or groups. There are reports that Los Pepes had ties to some members of the Colombian National Police, especially the search bloc, Bloc de Bukta, with whom they exchanged information in order to execute their activities against Escobar. According to documents released to the public by the U.S. Central Intelligence Agency (CIA) in 2008, Colombian National Police Director General Miguel Antonio Gómez Padilla said that he had directed a senior CNP intelligence officer to maintain contact with Fidel Castano, paramilitary leader of Los Pepes, for the purposes of intelligence collection. Los Pepes is also strongly tied to Centrospike, a covert ops group that was heading, in large part, the hunt for Pablo Escobar. There is evidence that Los Pepes acted on CIA DEASFODD intelligence to launch their missions. This actually became some concern for the U.S. as it appeared they would be linked to some of the retaliation acts linked to cutting off Escobar's power. Most of these attacks were against his sources of money and negotiations with the government, i.e. his lawyers.